Ice Cube, starting July 10th on CBS, Thriller, and Fight TV. That's right, every Saturday. Bring the fire with the big three, baby. Yay, yay.
They strip your manhood away from you. They take the fight and the will to live from you. So definitely what he doing to get some attention, to get them people that's in there, because you're still a person, you're still a man, you're still a father or a mother, or, whatever. When you're incarcerated, you do still have rights. And a lot of people behind that wall that really don't have no person to really ride with him and bid with him and outreach to, luckily he do, because he had a name and who his family, his brother and them is. But I feel that man should have been home a long time ago too. They playing around with him. But with they time hip hop and violence together now, because they found a whole nother way to take our youth. You understand what I'm saying? We got these kids putting all this violence in this music, and then they flashing all these guns and these videos and all this money and talking all this gangster shit. As soon as they catch a case, their case is just modified to the highest power. Now you ain't got no chance of winning and coming home, because you're already labeled as a menace to society. You already look like a threat. So these kids don't understand, like, they gave a whole bunch of kids a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of power with no guidance and instructions. And without no structure being here, we losing our youth still. The whole thing is, that's our future. We need to save them. We need to educate them. We need to teach them, because they are our future.
Right. Now speak. I think it's a good segue to go into the how a lot of these rappers and crews that stay connected to the street keep getting the RICO charge. We've seen that over the last couple of years. It's like that's what they're after now. Like, then they go back and they say, okay, he was on Instagram, he had a gun, he had drugs, he had money on there. Talk about the uptick in RICO charges that the Feds is slamming down on rappers.
Well, it's almost like an echo chamber in here. Me and Lou, just for the sake of our personal business and keeping it personal. Yeah. The RICO game is insurance for the hustler. And the reason I say that is because how they made a big deal about 6ix9ine and snitching.
Yeah.
That comes with the game. If you're my competition, of course I'm gonna put you on front. Of course I'm gonna use RICO to get you out the way. So these young guys don't even know what that means. They don't see the angle. They don't see what they see is power. They don't know what comes with that kind of power. So RICO is actually imminent. You are going to get caught up in that triangle playing that game. It's never going to not be that. So the uptick is because social media is so popular and it's exposing what always has been. When you start floating on a certain level with that kind of activity, it's required that happens to you. The game does not allow you to become bigger than the game. And once you think you're bigger than the game, then you get taught a lesson. Either it teaches you how to sleep eternally, or it just teaches you how to sit in the box for a little while. But it's either way, you're going to be baptized into the game that way. RICO is just a way of life. It ain't no uptick really.
Hey, they rewrote laws because when the indictments came down with the gangster disciples, the black disciples, and in Chicago, when everybody got the trick, and that's one of the reasons right now the old man Larry Hoover, he ain't came home, is because they still trying to tie him to stuff people saying he did. But in reality, we all know that that's a lie, because anytime you're on 23-1 max for the last decade or two of your life, you limited visitors and limited phone calls. How the hell can you run an organization? But it's just because of what a person can say. And this hearsay law that they done just made up with this click. Now they got it to where now, okay, even if you get like, and say this is a situation like ours, where we got members of all organizations with us, because it's not about no gang, no nothing. It ain't never been about that. It's real men with integrity who want to be business entrepreneurs, and you believe in your art and your craft, and that's how we groom our shorties, and that's how we recruit our members. But if we had street ties and selling drugs and guns, and we was doing things like that, they're trying to smack us with a RICO, and they got a whole new way to do it now. They call us terrorists now, okay? And they put us under this terrorist act now, because they got a new terrorist clause in the laws right now, and these kids don't know that. So anywhere it go, the bottom line is, either you're going to walk a straight, narrow path and you're going to play their game and you're going to cut them in so they can get some change. You're going to still try to be street gangster, and your ass gonna get smacked in the end. They're gonna let you build up a lot so they can just come take it from you because they already know what the out game is. So, you know, when you get to a certain level in life, you're supposed to make advancements, you're supposed to make changes, and you're supposed to leave certain shit alone. If you got to walk around with a 30-shot clip on your motherfucking ass because your life is in danger, you know what I mean? You in the wrong place in the wrong space. You don't need to be walking your ass around. Hire you some motherfucking security because you know you're a felon and your ass can't carry no gun. Stop trying to be street. Social media is raising our kids right now. The community is not, and these kids are not up and educated on the laws of society. See, that's what they lacking at. They need to be educated about the laws of society and how this shit really work. Look at Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah.
Just came in the game, just came up in the game. He gone already. That man fighting for his life right now. And it's when you know we start off with music, it's all entertainment. Where's the Humpty Humps at? Where's the fat boys at? Where, you know, we was in character. We've been in character form. These dudes is trying to be a Scarface and Al Pacino for real. You know, you can't do that, man. This shit is all entertainment purpose. People was thinking this, everything niggas saying on their mic and saying these raps that sound good, they living, they doing it, man. These fans got the game twisted and people believing in their own lies now. So, you know, it's all messed up because once again, no structure, no guidance. It's a disconnection from the youth to the elders, and we need to reconnect with our people, man, and save our people. We all one people, man. It ain't about what side you come from or what you ride and all that bullshit. This that Willie Lynch shit they started many years ago, and it's still affecting us to this day. And it's all about us coming up. Imagine how everything would be if everybody was together. You know what my dream is? Chicago all ride together and we just do a whole Chicago tour and tour the whole fucking country together. Everybody together.
Yeah.
That'd be powerful. Old school to new school. That'd be powerful. That's the type of shit that I want to see happen because we Chicago. Look what New York did, man. Look what the goddamn Dipset and the Locks did, man. Mm-hmm. They did something real big and something very prudent to hip hop. They the mecca of it. But at the end of the day, what they do? Shit. After this, y'all can catch us October, boom, boom, boom. We finna tour all together, us and State Property, and we finna continue to get money.
Yep.
As a whole, bro. It ain't no beef as a whole, so everybody need to stop this beef and squash this shit here. Chicago lost more rappers than any other goddamn state and city of rappers yet. We lose rappers on a goddamn weekly basis. This shit is crazy to me.
Man.
Let me ask you brothers this. Pop Hunter, the Corvette Rapper. 2021, he was the hottest thing cooking, came out on fire. You had Lil Uzi vouching for him. You had Gillian in vouching for him. Anybody in Philly, they were really putting their hat on this young brother's name. Then it came out that when he was younger, he talked to some police about a situation. A lot of things were in there. His mother made him. He wasn't in the streets. He was in the streets. Well, make a long story short, a lot of hip hop basically blackballed him for that. And recent reports came out from his manager and people saying that we need to pray for him because now suicide is in his mental, now is in his thought process because of everything that happened. Talk about that. First off, talk about the whole snitch culture and should hip hop did what they did to him. And secondly, talk about a young man who's now thinking about committing suicide because of everything that happened. Kind of wrap it around the conversation you just previously gave to us.
Yeah, I read about that situation. That situation is a byproduct of, people that are not seasoned on etiquette, on knowing how to carry yourself in a society. And again, young people that are not, they don't have the surrounding of elders that can protect them. Unfortunately for him, no, that shouldn't have happened to him. Honestly, those of us who are in the industry, that work the industry, it's a lot of things we know about your favorite artists. It really is.
Yeah.
But for the sake of hip hop, it don't get spoken about because of the industry. Nobody was talking about Elvis Presley. Nobody was talking about Mick Jagger. Nobody was talking about what they do, being human beings. So we are protecting the industry. And unfortunately, all these artists are fighting over crumbs. So they're doing whatever they can do to fight for nothing. Why? Because they're employees. That's the whole crux of what we're talking about, is that you don't have the independence to be able to sustain a way of life. The average artist work week is from Tuesday to Sunday. You do 3 or 4 gigs. You make a couple of hundred each gig. You do 3 to 4 a day. You make it about 5,000 to 6,000 a week. That's more than some brain surgeons. That's more than some attorneys. It's 4 weeks in a month. The artists don't even have the work ethic of believing in working 40 hours a week. You can't get an artist to want to work 10 hours in the studio. It's a whole nother, the work ethic mentality is preventing people from honoring how the system should be ran. And that's really what's detrimental. That's what I picked up from really looking at that particular situation. I said, man, that's unfortunate. And for that brother to be suicidal the way that he is, he just needs some counseling, like most of us do. Hell, I needed counseling making it out of K-Town from the west side of Chicago. I needed counseling. Yeah. Okay, I was half crazy. Yeah. All right. And so he needs counseling, and he needs a mentor that's going to sit down and protect him and help him with his self-esteem, because he's been dragged through the mud. Anybody would be hurt. It's hard work to be successful in this game, because you're giving up a piece of yourself. So he just needs the right surrounding and good mentorship. And hopefully he finds that. Because I do empathize for the young brother.
I want to ask everybody this question. Since when do you got to be real street and real gangster to be in hip hop? Because it was never about that. How did it turn, and how do we get into this direction in life? You know, street niggas and hip hop, you know, the average artist is considered a genius, which is considered nerdy. How do you go from nerdy to gangster? I don't understand. I don't understand the path that we on right now with our youth. And this is what I'm trying to bring everything back to, is the original fold of everything, so we can have another run with it.